Okay, so I want you to just picture this. We're in the Egyptian Delta.
Hmm.
It's a humid night in the Sharqiya Governorate. The year is 2021. And usually if you're standing out there, all you'd hear is, crickets, a wall of sound.
Wind through the palm trees, maybe.
Exactly. But tonight, the air is just vibrating. There's this deep, thumping bass.
It's a wedding.
Yeah.
And in rural Egypt, a wedding isn't just some party. It's a seismic event. The music is so loud it rattles windows for streets around. It takes over everything.
It's a collective heartbeat for the whole village. Everyone is there, drawn to the light, to the noise. The streets are empty. But while all this joy is happening, one person is walking away from it.
Into the shadows.
A young woman. And she's supposedly just going out to buy some fruit for her husband.
That contrast is just, it's so stark, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have this explosion of community and sound, and then just isolation. A woman walking toward a silent canal.
Her name is Azza Hamada, and as she walks toward that water, she's walking out of her life. She never comes back with that fruit. And when the music finally stops, this village is going to wake up to an absolute nightmare.
And what makes this case so haunting, really, isn't just the what, it's the who. We're all taught to fear the stranger in the dark. But Azza's story is about the terror that's already inside, the kind that has a key to your front door.
Today, we're deep diving into the case of the Angel of Sharqiya. And this is more than a murder mystery. It's a dissection of a so-called perfect family and a house that was hiding secrets dark enough to kill for.
It's such a paradox. A village where everyone knows everyone's business, where there's almost no privacy, and yet no one saw this coming.
So let's unpack who Azza was, because to understand the crime, you have to understand her. She wasn't just some random person. She was a Quran teacher for the children in the village.
That's a huge deal in this context. It puts her on a pedestal. To be a Hafiza, someone who teaches the holy book, it gives you this immediate, deep-seated respect.
People trusted her with their kids' moral compass.
She was seen as innocence itself, quiet, respectful, the ideal.
And about 3 years before this night, she gets married. And it looks perfect. She marries a neighbor, a man named Islam.
And again, on paper, Islam checks all the boxes.
Yeah.
He's a nakwash, a painter, a decorator. It's a good trade. He's known as a hard worker.
Right. He travels for work, which is seen as a good thing. Ambitious. Azza's family absolutely adored him. And she seemed so happy. She would tell her friends how much he loved her. They have a son, Ahmed. It's the picture-perfect life.
But where they lived, that's central to this whole story, the family house.
Right. Explain that, because it's not like just, living with your parents in the West.
Not at all.
Huh.
This is a multi-story building. The parents live on one floor. When the oldest son marries, he gets the floor above them. The second son gets the one above that. Azza and Islam were in an apartment, yes, but in a building with his mother, his brother, and his brother's wife.
So you're all stacked on top of each other.
It's a vertical village. There are no real boundaries. You share stairwells, business, life. And if the trust in that system breaks, it stops being a home and starts feeling like a cage.
And that is exactly what happened. 3 years in, the facade cracks. Azza suddenly packs a bag and goes back to her mother's house.
It's a move called Hardana. The wife leaves to signal something is seriously wrong. It's a way to force a negotiation.
But when her mom asks her what happened, what's wrong, Azza, she downplays it. She says it's just normal in-law stuff. She hides how bad it really is.
That's the tragic part. She was probably trying to protect him, or maybe she was just too ashamed to say the real reason out loud.
So the families get involved. They do what they're supposed to do. Islam's mother and sister come over. They apologize, smooth things over. We're good people, you're good people, let's fix this. And Azza agrees. She goes back.
And this is where the story changes genre. It goes from a family drama to a psychological thriller.
The second she walks back in that house, Islam changes. He's not the loving husband anymore. He demands her phone.
A massive, massive red flag.
He takes the phone, and he doesn't just put it in a drawer, he smashes it.
Oh.
Physically destroys the device, pulls out her SIM card, and puts it in his own phone.
Let's just pause on that. That is not a fit of anger. That is a calculated move.
It's an isolation tactic.
100%. He intercepts every single call, every text. If her mother calls to check on her, Islam answers. He becomes the sole gatekeeper to her entire world.
And people in the village, they kind of know this happened, but they interpret it as, he's just being a husband, disciplining her. It's a family dispute.
It's the shield of private family matters. It allows this kind of coercive control to happen in plain sight. He was cutting her off from the herd before the final attack.
So Azza is now a prisoner in her own home for 2 months. 2 months of this. Silent terror. Which brings us back to the night of the wedding.
The timing is just, it's
Right.
perfect for him. He knows everyone will be gone. The streets are empty. The music is loud. It's a perfect window.
Azza's family is at the wedding, and they're waiting for her. The hours tick by. Where's Azza? No one's seen her.
And that's not like her. She's the angel. She doesn't just not show up. Panic starts to set in.
Her father can't take it anymore. He leaves the party and goes to her house, and he finds chaos. Islam is outside with a group of friends, and they're all frantically searching for her.
It's a perfect performance. If you're the one leading the search party, who's going to suspect you?
Islam spins this whole story on the spot. He tells her dad, I don't know where she is. She went out around 8 o'clock to buy some fruit. I was at the coffee shop with friends waiting for her.
And there's the alibi. Public place, witnesses. He's already built his defense. It sounds so mundane, so believable. I was just drinking tea, waiting for my wife.
The search goes on all night. Then for 3 days, the whole village is out looking for Azza.
And for all 3 of those days, Islam is right there, crying, asking people if they've seen her. It's an absolute chilling performance.
On day 3, the police show up. An officer asks her family a very specific question. He doesn't say, we found a body. He asks, what exactly was she wearing?
And that's the moment your stomach just drops to the floor. They only ask that to identify a body.
The rumor just rips through the village. They found someone in the canal. A relative goes to the station, and it's Azza.
The initial report says drowning.
Yeah.
But when the family sees her, the accident theory just falls apart completely.
It wasn't an accident. Her body told a story of pure violence. Her nose was broken. But the detail that sent the village into a rage, the thing that made a mob form outside the police station, was her ears.
They were torn.
Ripped open.
Yeah.
Because her gold earrings were gone.
So now the official theory shifts. This looks like a robbery gone wrong. A mugging that ended in murder.
It's a plausible story for a dark, rural road. It explains the violence, the missing gold. It all fits. But the police, they're watching Islam.
Right. And this is where good old-fashioned police work comes in. Islam is at the funeral. He's weeping. He's falling apart. But to the detectives, something is just off.
It's too much.
The performance is too loud. Doesn't feel like real grief. He's selling it too hard.
So 10 days later, they bring him in.
Yeah.
And they don't buy the robbery story. They zero in on one thing, that broken phone.
It's the one thread that doesn't fit the robbery narrative.
Yeah.
Why destroy your wife's phone? It suggests the danger wasn't from outside the house. It was something on that phone.
So the police, they lay a trap for him. They play on the local culture. They say, look, Islam, we get it. Did she cheat on you? Was she talking to another man? Is that why you broke the phone?
They're giving him an out. An honor defense. A crime of passion. It's a way for him to save face while confessing. She wronged me first.
And he takes the bait, he cracks, he says, yes, I killed her.
But then he drops the bombshell. The real motive. It wasn't that Azza was unfaithful. It was the complete opposite.
This is where the story becomes a true house of horrors. The secret she died for. Azza had walked in on Islam, in their family home, in bed, with his brother's wife.
Oh my God. The sister-in-law.
Yeah.
In a community like that is a nuclear-level taboo.
And it gets so much worse. Islam's mother, she knew about it.
Wait.
The mother knew about the affair. She married Islam off to Azza specifically to hide it, to give him a cover. She used Azza as a human shield to protect the family's reputation.
So she brought this innocent woman into a house knowing this was going on.
Yeah.
That's monstrous.
Azza sees this, and she knows it's her word against all of them. So she does something smart. She films them.
She got evidence.
Twice. She had video evidence. That was her leverage, her insurance policy.
And that's why she left the first time. That's why she went Hardana.
Yes. And when she came back,
He had to destroy the phone. He wasn't breaking it out of jealousy. He was destroying the evidence that could ruin his entire family.
and once that phone was gone, her leverage was gone, she was defenseless, and he decided she had to die.
The premeditation is just, it's ice cold. He waited for the wedding. For the noise, the distraction.
He sent her to buy fruit, knowing the path she'd take by the canal. He followed her into the dark. He beat her, broke her nose to knock her unconscious, and then threw her into the water.
It was an execution. Planned from start to finish.
But hang on, the earrings. If he killed her to keep a secret, why rip her ears open to stage a robbery?
This is the final sickening twist in this story. And it's pure random horror. Islam didn't take the earrings.
What?
In his confession, he denied touching her gold, and police confirmed it. After Islam threw her in the water and ran back to the coffee shop to secure his alibi, some random thief just happened to be walking by the canal.
You cannot be
A
serious.
completely opportunistic criminal saw a body in the water, and instead of getting help, he went down, ripped the gold earrings from her ears, and just left.
I don't even have words for that.
Just layers upon layers of cruelty. Betrayed by her husband, silenced by his mother,
Yeah.
murdered, and then desecrated by a total stranger.
So the very thing that made the village think it was a robbery, the detail that almost let Islam get away with it, was a complete coincidence.
A horrific coincidence
Right.
that almost covered up the real crime. It just shows you how chaotic and dark reality can be.
Islam is now awaiting judgment, and that village, they're shattered. They thought they lost their angel to a stranger, but the rot was inside their own community all along.
And it really makes you re-examine that image of the perfect family.
Yeah.
That mother's desire to protect the family reputation to avoid scandal. It led directly to the sacrifice of an innocent woman.
The cost of keeping up appearances. Azza did everything she was supposed to do, and it still wasn't enough to save her.
And that's the thought I want to leave everyone with. We
Yeah.
talk about the bystander effect, on a city street. But what about the familial bystander effect? A mother who sees her son sin and chooses to enable it. A family that closes ranks to protect a predator in their midst. Azza wasn't just murdered by Islam, she was murdered by the family's collective, deafening silence.
A silence as deep and as dark as that canal on the night of the wedding.
Exactly.
That's our deep dive for today. Look after each other and always wonder what's really happening behind closed doors. We'll catch you next time.